Hi, my name is Tanya Lombard. In this short video, I'm going to show you the secrets behind any great achievement. In next 7 minutes, you will understand everything you need to know about focus, progress, and success. Let me start with a few questions. Do you feel that time is slipping away? How hard do you work against your goals? How close are you to success? Be honest with yourself. Don't you have a feeling that some essential element is missing in your life? I know. You wish to play a bigger game, to enjoy more success, to be like all these lucky people that seem to have everything they wish. Sure, there is something more that you want to achieve, and the bigger your dreams are, the more important is to know the model of success used by any high achiever. You don't need to hear another success story to create your own. What you need to hear and understand is the behavioral model behind success. But before focusing on this exceptional model, let me start with the models and behaviors you probably recognize well, as the majority of people practice them. 6 of 7 of these behavioral models are widespread. However, none of them has the potential to bring you success and prosperity. If you wish to change your life for good, first you need to know where you are now. Once you understand the limitations of the model you are attached to, you are free to leave it behind and try something new. At the beginning of my presentation, I wish to ask you to agree with me that hard working is not enough for success. The first model is inarguably the most inefficient way to chase anything in life. Please don't follow it. Let me explain why. Sometimes we put efforts in many different directions all at once. Our efforts are anything but steady. Our movement is chaotic and inconsistent. In this model, it's hard to see any real progress. When we look at the big picture, we can see why we feel like a failure. In fact, we are not in the driver's seat of our own life. That's the issue. Distractions around us are stronger than our will to follow a particular path. Without any doubt, with chaotic and planned actions, we can't achieve anything significant, and life passes by in vain. Sometimes we spread all our efforts on conflicting aims. Progress in one direction comes at the expense of progress in another. We can be focused and concentrated, but the mission is unclear. Despite all our efforts, there is no movement. The lack of progress results in stress and frustration. The picture here is an extreme example. What's important to know is that success is impossible until we identify and resolve our conflicting aims or values. Everyone has at least a few conflicts to solve. If you want to move on, write down all your aims and goals and weigh them against each other. Determine what these conflicts are and resolve them. In other cases, we have focused aims and goals, but they are short-term, so we keep changing them every now and again. Arbitrarily changed short-term aims will always lead us around in circles. Again, the picture presented here is an extreme case. In reality, you rarely end up at the starting point, as the arrows here, but you won't be happy and satisfied when you look back over your progress. It feels like you have made something, but you also know you can make much, much more. Do you see what's missing here? Yes, you are right. The missing element is mission. The mission and the long-term focus are the same beast. The long-term focus can evolve over time, but without any, we'll struggle to find out the direction we should take in. Ultimately, the long-term focus is what helps us plot a straight path forward. Sometimes we have found our long-term focus or mission, but we haven't taken the time to create clear goals on the way. So how can we know whether we are on track or not? We can't. An aim or a value is not something you can achieve in particular. For example, as you value parenting, you might strive for being a great parent. But is this the same as to have a clear goals or objectives how you can become a great parent? The aims is something that you can hardly consider as done. There will always be some room for improvement, and you won't be able to tick it off as something finished. On the other hand, the goal is something achievable along the way, such as spending an hour of focused time with your children every single day. To stay focused on your aims, you need a set of particular goals that you can easily track. Goals are always your checkpoints on the way. Without them, we are lost. Some focus, some goals, some progress. It may look like something good is happening here. Yes, until you see what's missing. If you have small number of aims and goals and stay focused on them, You probably think that everything is fine now. But let's check it. Are all these aims leading in a common direction? Unfortunately, the big picture is not clear. It seems as if all these aims don't have much in common. You could see some benefits of staying focused on a small number of aims until you spot the missing element. Again, the missing part is called mission. What you don't have is the power of a singular mission. Certainly, there must be a better way. Sometimes we have a mission, but the way we express it is far from the optimal. What we do is to spread our mission across too many different aims. On the surface, it seems as if we move everything in the right direction. Some people like to do different things at once, but how efficient is this approach? The paradox is that when we try to do more and more, we achieve less and less. The overall progress is insufficient. One aim overloads another and everything ends up moving not much. Certainly, it's hard to make much difference that way. Now it's time to see a model where all aims are aligned. That means we have only one focus and goals are like checkpoints on the way, so we can move forward quickly. Until we stay on track, we reduce the amount of work to get somewhere. The model works equally good for individuals and companies. Sounds fantastic, isn't it? But you know, life is not so simple. Most of us have more than one role to play in life. We are partners, parents, workers. In other words, we have acquired a lot of responsibilities along the way, so no one can stay focused all the time on a single mission. What we can do is to apply this model to each role we've taken. Soon we'll see real progress and rapid results. Besides, if you find a synergy between different roles, it will help you further achieve more in less time. And once we experience a massive efficiency coming from having a clear aim with goals along the way, we will have the strongest motivational factor to retain that model leading to success, something that we have always desired.